Yo, what's up guys, and welcome to a brand new video. So in today's video, what I'm going to do is walk you guys through an investment that I plan on putting 11 million coins into. Are FUT captains can be a good investment? Because obviously in this Tim Cahill, which I would actually back being quite a well-demanded SBC, you need a FUT captain. Now there is something very, very interesting about this Tim Cahill, and it actually gives me a little bit of a throwback to shapeshifters. And that is, Tim Cahill is out for 13 days. FUT captains are only in packs for 7 days. Now, last time EA had this was during shapeshifters. And what happened to the price of shapeshifters? Basically, they went from like 27k to 100k in 4 or 5 days. Now, they won't do this, right? They won't do this in price. But if they go and have multiple SBCs this week requiring FUT captain players, and the SBCs expire after the FUT captain promo ends, well, what's going to happen is these players are just going to, they're going to absolutely bang, like what we saw with shapeshifters. Now, do I think we'll have more SBCs needing FUT captains? I couldn't be overly confident, unless they're going to be hero cards that are captains. But again, I wouldn't be overly confident on that, just because I feel like they've released this card because it's halfway through the promo. It's the start of the second week and it's halfway through. So that's why I feel like they've dropped it. But this card is, quite well demanded. We've seen last week's FUT captains already rise. And yeah, as I say, this SBC is going to be out for 7 days when captains aren't going to be in packs. And last time this happened, it made shapeshifters absolutely bang. And do you know the craziest thing about this video? I didn't even start this video planning to invest in FUT captains. I actually started this video planning to invest in discarding forms. But now looking through it, I'm actually going to go all in on FUT captains. Now I'm going to go all in on the likes of Hector. Now the reason I'm going to go all in on Hector is if we go and look at last week's cards, which again obviously cannot be supplied whatsoever this week, we're completely done with their supply. Hector is by far the cheapest, with the second cheapest coming in at Gunther and Du Bois, and he's obviously a fair bit cheaper. Now the reason I'm going with these and not the current team of the weeks is because again the supply of these is stunted. There can be no increase in supply, whereas there can be an increase in supply in the current team of the weeks. Now, what's I guess quite interesting is there is actually a lot of the FUT captains being SBC fodder. For example, Hector is SBC fodder, Gunther is SBC fodder, Noble is SBC fodder, Kragler is SBC fodder, but he's like double the price of him. Du Bois is near SBC fodder, Munyain is near SBC fodder, and that's about it. If we look at cheap SBC fodder, there is literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'd say 5. And if we go look at captain's team 2, how many of these are going to be fodder? Probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe by the end of the week 6, 7. But there's like 5 in the current team week. So what I'll be honest with you is there is no mad scarcity in terms of this being fodder. But again, you've got to realise that FUT captain Cahill is going to be out of packs. Going to be an SBC available to do 7 days after these go out of packs. So again, I quite like going into players that are only going to get rarer and rarer and rarer on the week. And the idea is if we luck out and they go and release multiple SBCs this week that are going to go need FUT captains players, especially if those SBCs run after Friday, they are going to absolutely bang in price. Like they're going to be so nice. So yeah, I'm very, very excited for this investment. What my plan of action, I say, is going to be to go all in on Gunther. When you're watching this video, you'll probably be able to get all in on Gunther. I'm going to go buy him up to 24k. I think that's a pretty decent price. We look at where he's gone from. Yes, he's gone from 20, 21k, but 21k to 23 or paying up to 24, I don't think is too bad. There is a chance he does go down in price, especially as the likes of Trimmel gets closer to his price, but obviously is high rated. Again, Tadic is very good value for money if we're going to go and compare it in there. But again, I like the idea that loads of people have used this Hector today, and as a result, that's completely destroyed the supply of him, and then that he should get hopefully rarer and rarer in the week. The reason I back this Cahill actually being quite well demanded out of packs is it's something new, right? So the current FUT captains promo, yeah, it's cool, but a lot of the cards are, they're not FUT birthday cards where they're amazing. That like 5-star skills, 5-star weak for great pace. But the utility of Cahill getting a strong link to every single Prem player, on top of that, just having really nice stats, I can see him being super, super well demanded during the week, which should hold a decent floor of these FUT Captains cards, especially out of packs. I think they can do extremely, extremely well. So, yeah, it's just why I back the Cahill is first card of its type, again, in terms of it being an SBC. But next week, when there's no promos, there's nothing for people to do. Now, you could argue that no one's going to open packs and upgrade packs going into Team Year, and that's a very fair point, but because I think there's, nothing for people to do, there's a higher chance people complete these SBCs, especially these first of their kind SBCs like Cahill. And that's why I could see the demand of these FUT Heroes players doing amazingly out of packs, especially players that haven't been in packs for 2 weeks who've been used nothing but into these SBCs. And it isn't really something that works madly in the favour, but Hector I will be buying for 24k. Is only going to be 4k more than all the other fodder. So maybe they're going to release a crazy Icon SBC. And I mean, it's really not foreign for these cards. And this is actually one of the reasons why Hector was worth 21k, because it was literally SBC fodder. Meaning all last week he was being put into SBCs, that therefore just making him rarer. But these were literally up at 24k earlier in the week. So they're going to release a decent Icon SBC. He goes up to 24k anyway. I've got nothing to worry about. And that's another thing taking him out of packs. And if there's more things taking him out of packs, again, he should only get rarer and rarer and rarer and rise and rise and rise, hopefully. So you've even got a double investment. Quag does, but in the end of the day, this card's 70k. And the SBC that needs a hero, I think it was 86 rated. 86 rated, and 92 is not coin efficient to put into this SBC. Also, brain dead plebs don't put 92 rateds into these SBCs. They put 85s, 86, 87s. Even if 92s are the best value for money, because to people who don't really brain dead plebs is a bit harsh, but to people who don't really understand the system, they just think it's stupid putting a 92 in, even if it's like a 92 and 94 is the best value for money. And that's it. I don't think there's much more I have to say to help you guys join my pyramid scheme. That is buying these players. If you don't want to go and buy Hector, again, the next best, maybe, I don't know, it's quite hard to find one as good as Hector, just because Hector is so much cheaper than all these other heroes. The captains. The only thing I could maybe say is maybe you're going to go and gamble on buying one of these players, but again, the current pack supply, these cards dropped all the way through to Thursday, so if you're buying them on the Sunday, unless you're getting them for the cheapest of their rating, like maybe Tadic is going to come in as SBC fodder at 89, but I don't believe he really is. Let's have a look. Yeah, I mean, so Tadic comes in at SBC fodder, so that's not too bad because he can double down for the Icon SBC and this, but in the end of the day, that's 13k more than Hector. So if they go and drop an SBC that needs, let's say, another FUT Captain, but it's a lower rated, then Tadic is going to be awful value for money, and Hector is going to be the first person on people's lists. So yeah, without further ado, what we're going to go and do is, I'll be honest with you, I will probably put all the coins I have on all my consoles. So I'll probably put the 10 mil I have on PlayStation, the 10 mil I have on Xbox, probably even 2 mil I've got on another Xbox account, because I'll be honest, I do heavily back, I very rarely do this, but I very heavily back this investment. And it might be a week and a bit hold, which is not really what I want. But I think there's a few variables and a few factors this week that could, like the Icon SBC, like there being more SBCs than new captains, that actually could make this Hector work extremely, extremely well. So hopefully, this is kind of walk you through, we haven't seen this basically happen since that insane signature stars. Again, that was with some really well-demanded Benzema SBC, and a lack of cheap cards. That's one thing I will say of this. We've got like 9 SBC fodder. That probably had about 3-4 SBC fodder. So that is a big difference. But thanks for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow with another video.